Hey everybody, what's up? Don Carr here, and today we're looking at Gibson acoustics from Montana, and I've got my buddy Don Ruffatto here.
Great to be back.
Man, good to see you, Don. Really.
Absolutely. We love coming here. I love coming here, and the response to the guitars is always so strong,
Nice.
and you guys treat us so good. It's just wonderful to have you as a business partner.
Nice, man. Thanks for being at Sweetwater. These guitars are spectacular.
Something new?
Yeah.
For the acoustic part of Gibson, we've been making Murphy Lab electrics for quite some time, and now we are introducing the Murphy Lab acoustic lineup. Starting with 5 models, light-aged, iconic years from our history that we've replicated, probably the best replicas of historic iconic Gibsons that we've ever done. Starting with the one in your hand right here. This is a 1933 LOO, going into the 40s, 1942 Southern Jumbo, 1942 J45 Banner, a 1960 Hummingbird, and a 1957 SJ200. They all have their own unique qualities. They all have their own unique tonalities because of their different woods, shapes, bracing patterns, body styles. And our team in Montana has taken the Murphy Lab concept to the next level, especially, again, for acoustic. We have not done this before, and they have just nailed it.
Oh man, that's so cool. They look spectacular. And I mean, just even zeroing in on the details, we were just talking about this beforehand, but there's so many fine details in the aging process. And you guys had like samples of old guitars actually to reference?
Our corporate leadership bought real vintage guitars so we could see realistic aging. It's really easy to scratch up a guitar and say it looks like an old guitar, but that isn't what we do. We actually take painstaking efforts to make it look like years of play, to make it look like a guitar that was just used, not abused.
Yeah.
And just the checking up, we use specific lacquers that will check and look historic. Not only that, but those old style lacquers actually have a unique tonality. They bring out the life of the guitar, like a guitar that the nitro has aged for decades and decades and decades. The look is great, the sound is good, the feel of them, the weight is just like that of an old guitar, and when you strum it, it's just magical.
So you guys had to use like probably some different materials than you're used to using.
Absolutely. Starting with the colorations. Back in the day, of course, the materials were totally different. Right. And lots of research went into what kinds of aniline dyes and paints were used historically in the different eras of these instruments to replicate that look. It's a little bit, some cases, a little bit more translucent than our modern paints. And again, using that, but then replicating what time does to those colorations was a huge research project. And we have some incredibly smart people and an incredibly great team of builders, engineers, luthiers that did the math, did the research, really made it work. And again, the end result is just magical.
Clearly, because you got to think about stuff like the neck and the fretboard. That's where your hand is a lot, right? So that's going to wear differently than the top of the peg head.
Absolutely. Every edge that gets touched, that gets rubbed, that has contact over time will get rounded, will get softened. And there's a lot of little things on these guitars that the average player might not even notice. They will feel it, they will sense it, but they may not be able to know what it is, but they'll say, wow, this is just like that guitar my dad used to have. Or this is just like that guitar I used to have that I had to sell to get through college, and now I can get it back again.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're after, is to let people relive that time in their life when these guitars were a huge part of their music goals and music dreams.
That's really cool, man. They are, again, they are stunningly gorgeous, and they sound amazing. Man, let's give a few of them a listen.
Fantastic. That'd be great.
Don, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Thanks so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here. And again, the Murphy Lab acoustics from Bozeman, Montana, Gibson guitar are new, they're exciting, and we think they're just going to be a hit right here in Sweetwater Sound.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you have any questions about these or any other Gibson products, make sure to contact your Sweetwater sales engineer or check out sweetwater.com. Thanks for watching.